Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sherry and I'm starting a new journal today. So I wanted to share it with you, from the beginning here. It's going to be a Charlie Brown Peanuts type journal made out of this book right here. And I've already got a little start on it and gathered some things, so I wanted to show you from the beginning. This is a vintage book and I've already taken it apart. It was easy to take apart. I was kind of experimenting on whether I needed to use my scissors or my new little knife here, that I used last time. I wanted to see which one worked better. And I was pulling on it and actually pulled it apart with my hands. So and then I cut off the edges here that was left from the spine with my scissors. So this right here is a piece from the library where it had a little number there. So this has a library card inside too. It actually has this little pocket here, which I'm going to leave there, and some library cards which came with the book, so I'm going to leave them. I mean, it says Charles Schultz and everything there, so so cute, right? And the person that gets this can do whatever they want with those. And then I'm going to, here's the book. This book is, what's it called? It's a Mystery Charlie Brown. And here's what the pages look like. So I'm going to use these pages in this journal along with other pages that I put in here, other papers and things that can be written and glued on. So probably I hope to use most of those pages. I'm going to do a 2-inch spine and 3 signatures, so I should have plenty of room to incorporate those pages. Here's the back cover. I'm going to see if I can clean this off a little bit. There's a little bit of markings here from something. I got to get in fact I'll do it right now. But also, let's see, there's a sticker here, and I'm not going to see, there was a sticker here too, which I was able to peel right off, and underneath the sticker was a name written in pencil, so I'm going to erase that with my eraser, which I have right here. Get ready to do that, but not on video. I'll do that after the video. Let's see if this cleans up a little bit with my baby wipes that I have here. Let's see if this will wipe off a little bit. It might not. It might be as clean as it can get, right? I don't want to take the color off. See how the color's coming off? Don't want to do that, so I'm not going to rub too hard. I just wanted to really see if I could get any of this little crayon mark off there with the baby wipe, but maybe not. It's clean, but those marks, that came a little cleaner right there. So some of it's coming a little cleaner. But if I rub too hard on these marks right here, that I don't know what they are, like some kind of ink it looks like, I might just take the color right off the book, so don't want to do that. And so, yeah, this journal was requested by someone, so I'm going to have them in mind when I create this. Let's see, I want to see if anything would come off with a little bit of erasing. Let me try it right down here. Oh, see, I'm going to take the color off. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay, we're going to have to leave it like that. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's get started on the spine, but I want to show you what I'm using here. And I have a question for the person that is, and you all can let me know too what you think. Maybe that'll help us all decide, but a question for the person that's getting this. So I see the colors in this cover. It's got so many pretty bright, nice colors, right? And it's a vintage book. It is from, let's see what this is from. This is from 1979. So I had so many fabrics that would go with this. I had about, I don't know, so many, because there's so many pretty colors here, right? There's so many colors that you can match with this, but I narrowed it down to 2, and I want to know from my friend that's getting this, which one she likes best. So here's this one, and I'm going to put it about right there, because the farthest I can put it over, I don't want to cover any of these graphics here. And the Peanuts, Woodstock is right there, and we've got Linus right there, so I'm putting it right up to Linus's ear and right up to Woodstock. And that's as far over as I can put it. I feel like I can put it. So, and I won't put any trim on here in order to keep it, that little thin amount of fabric. And I think I'm going to use my pinking shears on here And instead of fraying, unless the person that's getting this wants the fabric frayed, I can do either one, but I just kind of had pinking sheared edge in mind. So it would be, look, it's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to see it because it's not on there, but if you can picture this, let me put it tight so you can see. So it would be something like that, something like that. Let me wrap it around. Something like that. See, it would look like that on the front, but to see, look how it goes, how this goes, just to see how it goes with the colors. You know, just see the colors. It goes with the colors. It's got this orangey color here in the flowers, and it's fun because it has flowers, and it's kind of like, almost like, you know, almost kind of like Flower Power 70 flowers, almost, not quite, but kind of, but they're fun flowers too, you know. Can you see how it goes? This color goes right with Linus's colors right there, and then the orange kind of brings out the browns, and then of course this brings out the browns, and then you've got the blue, and I don't know, I just thought it was really kind of fun and pretty on here. And then I have this one, which also looks really good. Now I've got, I can show you both sides, but see how I have this line has the green and the dark green and light green, and then we have the green and white. So here's the green and light green and dark green side. And this also looks really good. Two very different fabrics, right? But both look really good. I mean, it's crazy. This one is frayed on the side, so I could leave it like that, or I can put a pinky sheared edge on it. But I'm not covering up, again, I'm not going to cover up woodstock, but just to show you how this would look on the front with the dark green and the light green. See, doesn't that look really good? It looks like it goes so perfectly. For some reason it does. But here's that's the light green and dark green, and then here's the light green and white. And so I can cut this. I have enough for a 2-inch spine to cut anywhere, you know, on either side or wherever I want to. But here is the green and white, and that would also look good if I put that on the front. See that? Decisions. So yeah, if my friend that's getting this will let me know, and y'all, you know, that are watching can let me know too, and between all of us we can make a decision, right? It'll be up to her though if she has a choice in one of these. But here they are again, just between, how different can you get, right? But they both, I think they're both pretty, and they both would look, you know, they both look great. So let's get busy on our spine, except I want to show you. See, I have pulled out this is a very thick cardstock for my spine. I've got these 4 books to work with. I'll show you those real quick. These are all vintage books. This is Charlie Brown's encyclopedia. It says Cyclopedia there. Volume 2. But it has some cute pages in here that I can, you know, make ephemera, journal cards, tags, pockets, you know, different things like that. Decorate, embellish. So I've got that one. And then I've got these 3 paperbacks. So this one is the one that is a kind of story with the pages like this. See how they have their pictures and the text like that. So really cute. So I feel like I could use some of this. And then I have, let's see, this one, which is the comic one. It's got the little squares where it's like a comic book, you know. So I feel like I could cut some of those out. And then I've got this one, and this one has pages like this. 3 different paperbacks. Yeah, and they're all vintage. This one is the youngest of the 3 paperbacks, and this one's 1995. I found it right here on the back, actually. Had a hard time finding that one, but it's on the back cover. So I just think these different colored pages are really cool, and I'll be able to have some fun with those. But let's get started on our spine, because I want to get this journal started. So let's see which way will fit here. Oh, this way will fit. Okay. Let's cut a little bit off here, the bottom. Measure that. And then, so I'm going to get this cover together, but not put the fabric on yet until I hear from my friend, right? she saw this book in my Thrifty Thursday and said, hey, can you make me a journal out of that? And I said, sure. So super exciting. I made one previous Snoopy journal in my journal making, and it was I think it was a few years ago. But as I was kind of doing some research on how I wanted to do this, I found my own video. Okay, there we go. And it was I actually forgot about it, and I just searched Peanuts or Snoopy journal on YouTube, and my own video came up. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that journal. That was cute. And it was a traveler's notebook, and I had made the cover out of, now I don't remember if it was a coloring book or just a paperback book, but it was like paperback, like this kind of thing, this kind of cover. It was kind of like that, but it was from a big book. So I don't remember what exactly the book was that I took it from, but I thought it was really cute, and I kind of made it, it was like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown book, whatever it was, and so I made it kind of like a pumpkin, you know, Snoopy, pumpkin, fall, Halloween type journal. So that was fun. I remember that. I remember making it now, but I forgot about it until I saw it again. Okay, so this is our spine. I'm going to leave my little gaps here. You always leave a little gap because you got to have room to bend. You know, that's how, if you look at a book, it has a little groove there. So this is our groove that we're making right here. And then I use this duct tape because I think it's, you know, it works for me, and you know, everybody has different ways of doing their spine, but I mean, this works awesome for me. So this is what I've been using for a long time now, and it's DUCK tape, and it's you know, they have it in different patterns. So if you, like, I saw someone once just use this as the covering, as their covering, instead of like fabric or something. They just used this tape because they used really pretty tape, and just to use this as the covering on their spine, and it actually looked really good. Just not something I've always liked to use fabric over this. So I'm just turning this over so I can see, make sure this is in the right place here. Make sure it didn't move. Yeah, it looks good. I still got my groove there, my little divide, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off here, and then see, my fabric will wrap around, so this doesn't have to wrap around. So it's just kind of sometimes easier to work with it if you cut it, or you can wrap it around, you know what I mean? Just keep going and wrap it around. But I'm cutting it right here. Okay, and go ahead and do this side. So again, I'm going to be careful not to cover up anything. I'm just going to barely get it over the edge there so that it's on. I have it on, you know, I have my new spine secured, but I'm not covering up anything that I don't want to cover up. Okay, this way you don't have to use glue or wait for glue to dry. It's really not messy at all, as you can see. Okay, so I'm not covering up anything, yay. But I'm getting it over. Can you see how much is over there? About 1/4 of an inch or so. And it's all covered there. So we've got a nice new spine, and we'll get the other back cover here on in just a second. I'm going to fold that over a little bit there. Make sure those edges are down if they need to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go and press this down a little bit. Make sure everything is, I mean, it is adhered, but I just want to make sure. Okay, now this side. Yeah, I've been trying to get started on this, but I was kind of gathering. I was looking for those books because I did not have them all in one spot. I was like, why didn't I put them in one spot? I guess I just brought them home at different times. Put them away, you know, I just didn't try to find the other ones when I brought them home. And so now I have to go and find them all. But they weren't, actually it wasn't too bad. I found them kind of quickly, so that was good. And so I found all the books that I had, and now I'm anxious to get started. But I think it took me longer to, probably took me, wait, let me see what I'm covering up here. Let me see. We've got Lucy there. I'm gonna have to cover up the edge of Lucy, but not too much. I see. I think I can go over just enough not to cover up her eye there. Okay. And I want to get this even. I don't want to have it in the wrong space. Have my gap. Let me see something here. This looks like it's, I need to cut this off a little bit right here. It's got some extra paper there and it's bothering me as far as I'm trying to put it on, and I'm seeing this paper sticking out here, making it look uneven. There we go. Okay. See, I wasn't seeing my gap there. I was seeing the paper and I was like, is that paper or a book or what is that? You know, because I don't want it to get to, if you overlap this, you're not going to be able to bend your book. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure I wasn't overlapping the actual book cover with my new spine. All right, now I'm good to go. Gotta get these things right. Okay, let me see something. Okay, I'm gonna put it on here first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying not to cover her up, but I need to get it on here enough. Not too much. I'm going to line it up with the top, pull it down. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, see, I'm not covering her up too much, but a little bit. Okay, now I can put it over here. I'm going to turn it over so I can see what I'm doing. Actually, I can go ahead and cut this off because I've got my length. This, you know, can be done by kind of like playing it by ear. Like, I don't do it exactly the same way. I normally might not do it this way as far as turning it over, but I want to see what I'm doing here. Like, I got it where I wanted it here, not covering her up too much. Now I need to get it where I want it here. So I'm putting, see, I've already got my spine here, so I'm going to line it up, leave my gap, put it down. Got my gap. Make sure my back gap's not too big. There we go. See, now I've got it all lined up there. And that's just, you know, playing it by ear as to how it all goes together the way you need it to go together. You know what I mean? So it's not like you have to do it all from this side and get it down. You know, turn it over and flip-flop it and do what you need to do to get things straight. Okay. Now I'm going to put my tape over here. We've got Charlie Brown right there. Oh, goodness. Why did they have to put him here? I don't know if I want to cover up anybody, but really? Charlie Brown and Snoopy, I mean, they're the main characters, right? To me, they're the most important, and they put Charlie Brown right there. All right, Charlie Brown, let's see. Can we cover up your nose? I got to cover up something because that's not enough room. Okay, I'm going to cover up, I think, just his nose. And, well, he's covered up a little bit. There's nothing I can do about that because I have to, you know, attach this. So it is what it is. Okay. Now we're going to get this cut off. And then we're going to smooth that out and make sure everything's flat. I mean, I know it is, but I want it to make sure it's down. Okay, so we just put this back cover on, and we're going to kind of smooth all of this out. And it feels like it's all good. And we just put it on here, so I'm going to smooth that out. Let's see how it looks. Yep, she looks good. She looks good. Yep, all square. And I'll be putting fabric over this once I find out what fabric my friend wants. And it all looks good. And there's a little bit sticking down there that I can just push up, you know, fold down, fold over, push down, you know, because it has the sticky on there. You just push it down and fold it over. So there we go. That's all I'm going to do right now until I hear about the fabric. And I can actually get started on the signatures and then put the fabric and get the signatures together, can't I? So I'll start on that and I'll be back to you with my next steps. So I'll see you in my next video, and I hope to make some ephemera with you together out of the other books. Thanks for watching today. I hope you like the beginnings of this fun Peanuts journal. So have a great day, and I'll see you later. Happy crafting.